This week on the Sunday Ride, I'm finishing my ride in New Zealand in style as I explore the remote area of Molesworth on a 200-kilometer gravel road. The cold temperatures are a real challenge, but the incredible views easily make up for that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Good morning, and once again welcome to a new week full of adventures on the bike as I'm cycling out of Christchurch, or actually Rangiora, a small town near Christchurch. I stayed with Saul, and he has been following my journey since the beginning, so it was really awesome to meet him and his family. Had a super comfortable stay. Really grateful that I could call that my home away from home just for a bit, but as usual, the show must go on, the ride must go on, and so I'm heading further up north to Wellington, the end point of my route through New Zealand. And first up is Hamner Springs, where I will have to make a decision which route to take. More on that later. But for now, it seems like I made a good gamble coming over to the east coast and dodge all the rain in the west coast, because it seems, for now at least, this is gonna be a fairly sunny and pleasant ride. Alright, day 2. It is a cold and early morning, and I'm starting the day off with a short ride to Hamner Springs, and after that I want to go through Molesworth Station, which is a very beautiful mountain area. It is extremely remote. There are no houses, no shops, no cell phone coverage, none of that. It's just you and nature. It's a 200-kilometer gravel road taking you all the way up north, and it would take me about 2 or 3 days to get through completely, if I can get through at all, because there's one issue, and that is that they have closed off the road for winter. Midwinter the road becomes inaccessible because of all the snow. However, it hasn't been snowing yet, so I think the road is still accessible, and it will be a very pleasant ride and quiet ride up north. So I'm gonna give it a try. I know there are gonna be barriers on the way which will be closed. I'm not sure if I can get over or around, but it's worth a shot. There's also a risk of rangers or farmers in the area that would stop me and send me back. I hope that's not happening, but if it happens, I have to go back to Hamner Springs and take the Lewis Pass from there, going around Molesworth Station, crossing back to the west. Also a very beautiful and scenic ride, but much busier as you will be cycling on the highway. So I'm gonna try to go through Molesworth at first, and yeah, stocking up on water and food for the upcoming days in Hamner Springs, and then find out if Molesworth would be possible at all. Let's see. underway, and apparently I already crossed the first gate back there. I didn't even notice it because it was open, so if it stays this way it's gonna be a lot easier than I thought. Probably it won't, but the first climb is starting now over there. It's a very steep one, maxing out at 16%, and it's a gravel road, so up to 1,000 meter elevation. It's gonna be a tough one to start with, but let's go. Here we are at the top, finally. Oh, that was really hard. Honestly, the road didn't dip under 12%, it was 13, 14, 15, 16% all the time. There were big rocks everywhere, loose gravel, slippery, hard to keep your balance, hard to steer. Honestly, one of the hardest climbs, if not the hardest I've done so far. But we made it to the top, and now it's time to explore Molesworth. Okay, that was interesting. There were two cars passing me just from the other direction. I think they were coming from the farm, Molesworth Station, and I thought they were going to stop me and send me back, but instead they waved at me, put the thumbs up, and I think we're good to go, so all good. And now it's getting dark already, almost in half an hour, so it's time to find a camp spot and prepare some dinner because I'm getting hungry. Good morning, it is another beautiful day with clear blue skies, and that means it's gonna be hopefully a pleasant and smooth ride today, although I already had to deal with one puncture, probably a faulty tire, but fixed it and underway. But clear blue skies also mean very cold nights. Last night was incredibly cold. I don't know exactly how cold, but I think definitely -5 degrees Celsius or even colder, and especially getting up is the hard part. So it took a while before I was on the way, but now aiming to go to Molesworth Station, pass it, and enjoy the nature around. Alright, another killing climb, maxing out at 16% again. Brings us to the Wards Pass here at 1100 meters of elevation. And that's immediately the highest point of this week. And now you might have remembered that earlier this episode I said there are no houses at all in the entire area. But I might have been lying a little bit there, because down there in that valley there's one family living, which is the farmer of the 10,000 cows wandering around the mountains here. It's Molesworth Station, and if I can get through there, I probably make it to the end. Fingers crossed. Alright, here we go, another day at Molesworth. Yesterday I found a pretty cool shelter at a historical cottage down the road. It was built almost 150 years ago by one of the first shepherds living in the area. And it did a pretty good job in protecting me from the cold and the frost. It was still cold, but reasonable. It did not such a good job in protecting me from the mice. I heard them running around all night, but I guess I got the full 1800s experience. And today I'm gonna make my way out of Molesworth slowly, trying to get to Blenheim down the mountain. Probably won't reach there one day, but let's see how far I can get. Alright, those were the last few kilometers to the harbour of Picton, and I'll be taking a ferry soon to Wellington, which is the final destination of my ride in New Zealand. And what a ride it has been through this stunning country, through the gorgeous Alps, along the glaciers and through remote Molesworth. It has been a real joy to cycle here, and I already can't wait to come back one day. But for now, it's time to move on and start a new chapter in North America. So I'll see you again in the USA. Peace.
Next week, I'm starting off the North American chapter in a special place, Hawaii. I also get two very special visitors, and together we explore the beautiful big island of Hawaii. And I'm also challenging myself to attempt the hardest climb in the entire world. But that's it for this week, and I'll see you in the next one.
I
Hi there, thank you for watching this video up until the end, and did you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe down there or click on my face right there. It really helps me a lot, so thank you. I would also like to remind you that I am making this trip in order to raise money to build a school in Africa. For more information or donations, click on the school right next to my face. And while you're at it, don't forget to follow me on social media as well. Links down in the description below. See you next week.